And we are back. Power Rankings NFL Week 4 edition. Already 1/6 of the way through the season. Regular season. Starting out at number 32, we had New Orleans Saints. 0-3, down 4 spots. They got blown out by the Seahawks. BTA, as some people would refer to it. If you know, you know. This is not surprising. We thought the Saints, or at least me personally, thought they were going to be by far the worst team going into this season. I'm surprised how well they did the first 2 games, but it looks like their luck is run out. And, they even ended up having a quarterback change, so I'm curious to see week 4 if they're going to roll with someone else. 31, we had the Titans, 0-3, down 2 spots. Not surprised with this either. They got blown out by the Colts, 41-20 or something like that. No one thought this team, or at least I didn't. I need to stop referring to everyone. Thought they were going to go from first overall pick to competing for the Super Bowl. No, this is not the Commanders. This is, right where I thought they'd be, struggling to get things started, but the future is very bright there. We just are not in the future yet, obviously. Number 30, we got the Finns, who are going up a spot, even though they lost. They're 0-3. They lost 31-21 to the Bills on Thursday night, but this game was a lot closer than the score may say. It really came down to the last kind of possession, and then Tua turned it over, and then the Bills kicked a field goal to make it a dagger. I am optimistic about the Dolphins. Are they a playoff team? No. Because they're 0-3, I don't think there's going to be a single team who started the season 0-3 who's going to make the playoffs. Sorry, Texans. But I do think they are going to turn this season around, and they are going to at least put up a respectable fight. There's at least that bright spot. Number 29, we got the Jets down 4 spots, 0-3. They ended up losing to the Buccaneers on a last-second field goal, 29-27. What needs to be noted, though, is they were losing badly at one point and then somehow pulled, some miraculous comeback, blocked the field goal, and took it back to the house. You name it, they did it. But they lost at the very end. Very respectable fight, playing till literally the final whistle. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get it done. I don't know what this ad is on my screen. Get that out of here. 28, we have the Giants, who are going down 5 spots. 0-3, they lost to the Chiefs 22-9. It was a game that was close and then wasn't. The Giants just really struggled on offense. They were doing good on defense, and then the Chiefs just casually pulled away. And, no matter how well they did, they just couldn't figure anything out. The only bright spot is this team is young. There are flashes. We saw Malik Neighbors do absolutely nothing. But they then turned to Cam Scatterboot, a rookie running back, and he actually looked really good that game. So there is a bright spot in that. 27, we got the Raiders down 3 spots. 1-2, getting a nice quality blowout loss to the backup quarterback Commanders. This was not good for them. Maybe Pete Carroll should have never came back to coaching. That's the only logical thing I can think of right now because, oh my goodness, did they look underwhelming. 26, we have the Browns up 6 spots, pulling off a surprise upset win over the Packers in what was, a 10-0 game going into the fourth quarter, was a 13-10 Browns win. They even blocked a Packers go-ahead field goal and then, in the final seconds, kicked their go-ahead field goal, which won them the game. This one, as a Packers fan, sucked, but I'll rant about it when we talk about the Packers. 25, we got them boys down 4 spots. Getting blown out by the Bears is, in 2025 is not a good thing. So that's why you're going down. Nothing really looked good. George Pickens tried his best, but not enough. CeeDee Lamb's injured. He's going to be at least 2 weeks is what the report says. I am going to be surprised, though, if he is back by, a week. If he misses less than 4 weeks. Cowboys, it might just be time to wrap it up because you trade Michael Parsons, you lose CeeDee Lamb to injury. Those are your 2 best players. I mean, you are a Dak Prescott injury away from your season being unwatchable. 24, we got the Falcons. Why are they here? Down 5 spots. Oh, wait. They lost 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. They ended up benching Michael Penix, putting Kirk Cousins. Whether that is going to be a sign that they're going to be rolling with Kirk Cousins or Penix for the next game, I don't know. This was horrible for the Falcons. Both, for fans to watch and for players to play in. This is because you not just lost. You lost to a team who was winless, one of the worst teams in the league going into this game, and you got blown out 30-0. Yeah, Falcons. I would hit the big panic button because you have the roster to be good. Everyone was saying you are a sneaky team in the NFC, but you do not look like it right now. 23, we go to Foxborough for the Patriots. We're up 3 spots. Even though they lost, they actually had a really good game against the Steelers. What really hurt them was turnovers, specifically fumbling the football. They had 3 fumbles, 2 for Ramondre, 1 for Antonio Gibson. People are saying put in the rookie Travion Henderson. I don't know why you draft him in the second round and you see all these issues going on with your running backs and you're like, oh, let's just keep him on the bench still. Yeah, the Patriots lost that game and, well, they could have won so easily, but they really need to work on turnovers at this point. So, yeah. 22, we have the Panthers, who we just talked about, up 8 spots with a dominant 30-0 win over a division foe in the Falcons. They looked great, offense, defense, special teams, obviously putting up 30 points and then, allowing 0. That is a great game, all standards considered. Do I think the Panthers are going to do anything out of this? Yes and no. I think they're going to use this momentum. I think they're going to have a good few weeks, but ultimately I don't think they're going to be winning games. I think they're going to be hanging in there and just unfortunately losing. 21, we have Houston down a spot. Yes, you're 0-3. Yes, you should have hit the panic button. But all 3 of your games have been 1 score against good opponents is what sucks. The Rams, 2-1. The Buccaneers, 3-0. The Jaguars, 2-1. All 3 teams have a winning record, and you've lost by 1 score to all of them. It sucks that you went 0-3 in this stretch. It shows that you can compete with these teams, but unfortunately being 0-3 means you're going to have a drastic turnaround if you want to make the playoffs. And I just don't know, even if you have that turnaround, if, enough teams fall off to where you can make it. Yes, it is still early in the season, but, going 0-3 already, thankfully for you guys, the 7th seed in the AFC is 1-2. So, you're only a game out, really. Number 20, we have the Bears up 7 spots. They got a nice quality win over the Cowboys, their first of the season. Caleb Williams looked great. Rome Odunze, obviously, looking like he was just a bad year 1 guy. I don't remember the name, but I know there's some wide receiver coach who apparently has been torturing the league. He's now in Jacksonville, so that's a thing. Yeah, Ben Johnson calls a trick play and everything. This was a great all-around game. It really looked like Ben Johnson was just comfortable as a coach finally. So, good one for you guys. 19, we got the Bungles, 2-1, minus 7 spots. Who would have thought Joe Burrow getting injured would really derail your season? I don't know how you beat the Jaguars. You lost, 48-3, something like that, against the Vikings, who, by the way, also had a backup quarterback. 48-10, excuse me. Fumbling was a big problem in the league this week, and the Bengals had a bunch of them. Isaiah Rodgers for the Vikings had a not perfect, but literally 0.1 point away from having a perfect PFF grade. The Bengals just need to not fumble the ball, not turn it over. Turnovers were their big thing. They are drive killers, momentum killers, and we saw that there. And then also momentum starters for the other team. Number 18, we got the Cardinals, who are staying the same at 2-1. They lost to the 49ers. And I know, yes, people are going to say, oh my goodness, you have them staying the same. They lost to the 49ers, who, yes, they are injured. But it's a division game. It can go either way. Them staying in it till literally the last kick is amazing for them. I think 18 is a very solid spot. I think they're top 20. I don't think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're top half. So this is where I'm going to put them, and you can shut up. 17, we got the Steelers staying the same. You guys got lucky that you won that game because of all the Patriots mishaps. That's all I'm going to say. You actually played pretty solid offensively outside of that. Defensively, you allowed a bunch of drives, but you managed to force the turnovers. So, it's a good and a bad, I guess. Number 16, we got Duval. They're going down 3 spots. Even though you won, I just wasn't that impressed. It was a very low-scoring, lackluster game. So, yeah, your defense played well, but at the same time, your offense kind of struggled to do anything. And like I said, that wide receiver coach is going to ruin Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter. I also just think some other teams are just a bit better than you guys. 15, we got the Horses, the Broncos, 1 and 2. They're going to be going down 6 spots. It wasn't, a win. They actually played really well, though, against the Chargers. I'm surprised they lost this game. But you did. And now you're 1 and 2. You let the Chargers sweep the division through their first 3 games. Already have a huge lead on the division, 2.5 games. And we're only in week 3 going into week 4. So, yeah. Broncos, I still think you're good. I still think you'll make the playoffs as a wild card, but your division is now looking very out of reach. Speaking of division, 14, we had the Chiefs. It's 1 and 2. They stay the same. Got a good win over the Giants. Wasn't nothing fancy, but a win is a win. Hopefully we'll put them on the right track to start chaining some wins, because boy, oh boy, if they want to compete for that 1 seed, they're going to have to. There's literally nothing else to say. This was just, a standard football game where the Chiefs won. Like, nothing fancy happened. No one really played dominantly. So, yeah. 13, we got the Vikings up 9 spots, 2 and 1. They get a nice win over the Bengals. Honestly, it looks like Carson Wentz is better than J.J. McCarthy in that offense. So, that could be something you look towards, too. I'm curious to see how you're going to do on a semi-short week. Yes, it is Sunday, but it is a, early morning game. You are going to Ireland, I believe? Dublin? Could be wrong. So, yeah, first international game of the season. I'm curious to see how this game's going to go between you and the Steelers. Because both teams 2 and 1. Both teams have, had question marks, but have somehow managed to make do with them. Number 12, we have the Seahawks, who are up 4 spots. They're 2 and 1. They get a nice quality, nice win over the Saints. It's the Saints, though, so there's, not too much. Sam Darnold, I'm not quite ready to apologize, but just know I am ready if you're able to prove me wrong yet again. You have had a great season so far. I thought you were going to be a one-year wonder with the Vikings. So, yeah, one more week and I'll apologize. So, yeah, that's pretty much saying they've looked pretty good. Even in their loss to number 11, the 49ers, 3-0, up 4 spots. Yes, even with their injuries, they keep winning games. Yes, it hasn't been against, the big bad wolves of the league, but you're 3-0, only one in your division. One of 6 teams remaining who are undefeated, so that has to mean something. Even though I don't think you're the strongest team, you're winning games, and, well, that's just how it matters in the NFL. It doesn't matter, if you have the worst offense or defense. If you somehow win the game, you win the game. And, same goes for the Super Bowl. Number 10, we got the Commanders staying the same. They get a nice win over the Raiders. It's kind of the same thing, though, with the 49ers. I don't think that's really a quality win. It's the Raiders. Even with your backup, you still have that, terrifying roster. I'm glad you won, don't get me wrong. I'm just not really ready to say you are, cream of the crop yet. I still want to see, Marcus Mariota play again. I still want to see Jaden Daniels, prove that he's not in a sophomore slump. Yeah, there's a lot. Number 9, we have the Packers, who are going down 5 spots. You lose to the Cleveland Browns. The team who I had 32nd in my power rankings last week. Yeah, I talked to my if you don't know, I'm a Packers fan. I talked to my coworker the day before the game. He was like, oh, you must be nice. It's like, no, I'm actually afraid of the Browns. And I had a good reason to. This scream trap game, this scream defense battle, I literally told him it was going to be a 10-7 type of game. It was 13-10. The defense played phenomenal. The offense is where the issue was. Yes, they led that clutch drive. Unfortunately, the go-ahead field goal got blocked. That's, just a special team issue that has to get figured out. So, with that being said, I still have a lot of hope in this team. Obviously, going against a very good defense, stuff like that's going to happen. But because defense played phenomenally, I just don't want to, be a team that, is a defense-first type of team where we have to, every game's going to be a 13-10 type of game. But I still have plenty of hope in them. I think this is just a one-game fluke. Number 8, we got the Buccaneers staying the same, 3-0. They get a win over the Jets, come from behind after choking. There's not a whole lot to say. They actually look good. And Mika Ibuka, great, He's a highlight reel. Touchdowns, one-hand grabs. What do you not like from this rookie? They're 3-0. They haven't played very well in those 3 games, but all of their games being one score. But it's like the 49ers. They're 3-0. That's what's going to matter in this league. Number 7, we have the Ravens, who are 1-2, down 4 spots. Number 6, we have the Lions, who are 2-1, going up 5 spots. The Lions beat the Ravens on Monday night. It was actually a very close, entertaining game. Some of it I had to watch on my phone at work. Some of them I got to watch on, at home. This was a great game. Unfortunately for the Ravens, good for the Lions. The Lions won. Thankfully for the Ravens, though, their division is not the greatest. The leaders currently are the Bengals without their starting quarterback and the Steelers, who lucked into a win. So if you're the Ravens, you got to feel confident. If you're the Lions, you got to feel confident that Green Bay lost, because now you're tied for first in the division with the other 2 juggernauts. So, yeah. Number 5, it's their year, bro. This is our Colts. They're going up 2 spots. Great win over the Titans. They're still 3-0, 1-6 left. They have a good lead on their division. Jacksonville really looking to be the only competition so far. If I'm the Colts, I'm celebrating. You're 3-0. You have looked at every part of it. Who would have thought going into this year that Daniel Jones would lead the Colts to a top 5 performance already? With that being said, I'm not quite willing to celebrate, because you could fall off at any moment. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But, hey, I'm celebrating, right now, but just not long term. Number 4, we got the Rams, who are going up a spot. Yes, they did lose, but it was against the Eagles, where their go-ahead game-winning field goal got blocked, returned for a touchdown. So if you see they lost by 7, they actually only lost by 1. This really sucked for the Rams, because I really thought they were going to win this game. Unfortunately, it fell through at the very end. If I'm the Rams, though, losing by, I'm going to say 1 point to the reigning Super Bowl champs is nothing to feel sad about. So, there's that positive. It shows you can compete with anyone. Number 3, we have the other LA team. We have the Chargers up 3 spots. They get another win, this one over the Broncos. 3-0 in the division, 3-0 on the season. The next closest team in the division, they're all 1-2, so they have a comfortable lead. And they've actually looked really good in all 3 of those games as well. So if I'm a Chargers fan, I'm starting to feel happy. The Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert era, it's looking like it's going to be a lethal one. And not to mention, Keenan Allen looks like vintage self. Number 2, we have the Bills, who are going down a spot. They get the win over the Dolphins. It was a bit closer than I would have liked, but a win is a win. It was on a short week division foe as well. But because of that, you are going down a spot. Number 1, I have the Eagles, who are 3-0 up a spot. Them and the Bills, I think, are interchangeable, 1-2. I think they are by far the 2 best in the league. But the Eagles got the better win. Come from behind, 26-7 win to 33-26, but really 27-26 win in the 4th quarter. This was a great game by the Eagles, especially in that 4th quarter. It sucks that they won, because I hate them. But a win is a win. They're looking like they're going to go back-to-back, or at least they're going to try their very best. But that is going to do it. Let me know how I did in the comments. Anything you agree, disagree with, whatever it may be. I will see you guys next time with predictions tomorrow. So, goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.